Hello and welcome. My name is Katharine Gray. I'm the founder and director of Friends First. Today I've got a fairly unusual and maybe quite unpalatable subject for you. We're going to be talking about telemarketing in dating. Now this is a fairly extreme topic and it's only for the really brave people who want to explore every possible opportunity in dating, who perhaps haven't been successful so far and want to look at other opportunities. So think about telemarketing. Telemarketers basically call hundreds and hundreds of people trying to find someone who's interested in their service. We're going to use this same idea in dating. This involves you calling lots and lots and lots of people. Let me explain where you're going to start. First of all, to enable you to do this, you need to find the list of people to call. And that list is going to be made up of all the people in your life you've been in touch with. So I want you, at the end of this video, if you're up for this challenge, to get a pen and a piece of paper and write down every single person that you know that you've come across in your life. Now that list might be long, very, very long, or just long. You want to think about people that you are still in touch with, even incredibly vaguely, people who've got you, names you've got in your address book or on your phone, people from school, people from college, people from every workplace that you've been at or every place that you've volunteered at, people that you've met in shops, people that you've met and made a connection with, people that you've met and made a connection with from church, people who you perhaps have played sport with, people perhaps who your children have met and interacted with. The list goes on and on. Just think of every area of your life and all the people that are in it and write down all of their names. Now obviously you need a way of contacting them, so if you think of a school friend and there's absolutely no way of you being in touch with them, then it's not worth putting them on your list. But write your list first. Don't write it with any judgment, just write a list of as many people as you can think of. Now a little exercise here is when you get to the end of who the people you can think of, start writing with your left hand, because that will get your brain engaged in a slightly different way. And I want to share something with you here, is that when I was much younger, I ran an event for my mother. It was This Is Your Life, when she was 17. And I rang people up and I asked them off the top of their head if they could think of anybody else I should talk to. And they'd often say no at the beginning of the conversation. But as the conversation went on, they'd say, oh yes, and there's Margaret, or there's Peter, or there's John, you should definitely talk to them. So as their brain engaged and they brought out the things from their past, it made memories come up to the top. That sort of thing will happen to you if you start thinking and writing down all the names of the people you know, all the people you've ever connected with. You'll begin to get more than if you just think off the top of your head. So that's the first part of the exercise, is to write down the names of every single person you can think of. Now you're going to go back through that list and you want to assume that you're going to contact at least 3/4, that's 75% of the people on that list. You want to think about how you're going to contact them. This is what we're going to do. We're going to end up in a place where you're going to contact them with either an email, a letter or a phone call, telling them of your situation, that you're single and that you'd really like to share your life with somebody and have a long-term relationship. And you might want to give reasons for that, or you might just want to leave it there. And you're going to ask them for their help. You're going to be really purposeful about it, and you're going to say, look, I know we haven't been in touch for a long time, perhaps you haven't, but I'm looking to meet someone, and you are part of my life, and I'm just wondering if you've got anybody in your life that you know that is single. Now they might say off the top of their head no, but like I just said to you about when I was planning for my mother's party, that This Is Your Life, as you get people talking, they'll suddenly go, oh, actually, do you know, I do know somebody. Now you want to make sure they don't have a judgment. They don't say to you, oh, but they wouldn't be right for you. You want to keep the judgments out of it and just say, would you be willing to effect an introduction for us? Now this might seem incredibly scary, but you've got to think about it in terms of your long-term goal. If that person, perhaps it's a school friend that you haven't spoken to for a long time, ends up putting you in touch with somebody that is just right for you and you end up getting married, won't everybody be thrilled for you? The people that you've asked, the people that hear about it, yourself, your family, your friends. Everyone will be thrilled for you because you've got that result. And this little exercise that might seem hard and quite embarrassing and difficult to do will be a thing of the past, but you'll have reached your goal. So that's what it's all about. So think about that list of people you're going to contact. Write it down. Make sure you get at least 50 people. I would say 60 or 100. That might seem like such a tall order, but you will have that many people in your life if you think really hard about it, I'm sure. Then think purposefully about what you're going to say to them, how you're going to say it, and how you're going to ask them to think really hard on your behalf to reach this goal. You're asking somebody to do something that's actually really lovely to do. And then go about doing it. Set yourself a timescale and say, I'm going to contact all these people within the next month, 6 weeks, 2 months, up to you. And give them a timescale to respond back to you. Now, as I said at the beginning, this seems like a really scary thing to do, and it won't be everybody's cup of tea. It is extreme dating, but it is really, really effective. If you're up for the challenge, I can assure you it will bring in some really good dates and some people that will have been in your social circle and will probably be right for you. So that's all for now. I hope that's been helpful. It's certainly given you something to think about. If you'd like to talk more about it, or you'd like us to introduce you to people, because we've got loads of members on our books, please do give us a ring. You can contact us on 0208 088 3023. Thank you. Goodbye.